E te iwi nau mai, hara mai ki tēnei pāpahotanga a Whakaata Māori. Ka mihi ki ngā maunga, ngā wai me ngā hika o tēnei rohe o Rotorua. Tēnā koutou katoa, ki ngā kai whakahaere, ngā kaua wao, ngā kai tautoko me ngā kai whakataitoai, ana o hiki, he mihi mahana, kia koutou katoa. Ko Sean Wilkie tēnei, and I have the great honour of being joined today by the man himself, Maya Williams. Tēnā koe e te rangatira.
Kia ora iho, I think it's my honour. It's been great to be here with you for the last 2.5 days. What an incredible addition to the commentary team you've been, and whether it be out there as a ref, as a player, or in this commentary box, I tell you what, finals time, the same energy. Well, I just got the smile on my face, and I'm not sure why, but I've been so looking forward ever since Friday morning to these last 3 games where the best of the best for 2023 are out here in front of us, Sean.
Ai te kemu tuatahi o ngā kemu whakamutunga o tēnei wikini. We have St Andrews College going up against Manukura in the championship final of the mixed grade here. A little bit about our referees today, Maya.
Yep, we talk about the best of the best in terms of players. Well, it's the best of the best in terms of referees in these next 3 games. You see the 3 referees we had out here, led by Cameron McDonald-Pedersen, all the way from Blenheim, and then we have Richie Heap and Caleb Downs. There's probably about, I would say, nearly 60 years of experience between the 3 of these referees, and I have no doubt that is the reason why they're here today, and we'll see 2 very good performances from the teams we have.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The officiating this weekend has just been absolutely amazing. He mihi kawana ki ngā wai kai wawao katoa, huri noi tēnei whakataitai. We are very, very lucky to have such a high presence of referees this weekend. Over 100 referees coming to this tournament. Te kemu o Pāwhutu Paoro here in Rotorua as we see the 2 teams shaking hands. Manukura in the black and red heading towards us here in the sub box of the commentary side of things. First up on our screen we have Te Tima o Manukura, the team list here of Manukura. A very notable couple of names coming through here. The one that stands out for me is the number 10, Simeon Governor. I've heard a lot of raps of him this tournament in particular. I was lucky enough to see him dominate from the Manawatu last weekend at the Māori Open Men's Nationals, where he was a key figure of the Manawatu side there. And also a key figure is in fact their coach, as listed there on the team list, Portini Paiwai, an absolute gun himself, and I'm sure the kids are very, very lucky to be learning from him.
And here's our players for St Andrews College, who won in the semi-final 8-6 against the champions of the 2022 mixed grade, Rolleston College. Again, sort of a across-the-road derby they had in that semi-final. Great result there for St Andrews. And look, I said to the coach, who's the guns? And he said 1 to 16. It's been a common theme when I've asked the coaches that. And it's just great to see the faith and the expectations that the coaches have. As we see Cameron Pedersen, I loved the finals. You've been in so many finals and you're still so young. What was the feeling you had when you were hearing the 2-minute music in the final?
Yeah, for me personally, a lot of nerves. But as you see on your screen, these guys look very cool, calm and collected. Just a great platform to be able to present your skills to the many, many supporters that we've got coming out here today. And he mihi nui ki ngā kai tautoko katoa, ngā whānau katoa kua tai mai ki Rotorua, e noho ana ki te kāinga hoki ki te tautoko i ēnei kai tākoro.
Kai wawao, Pedersen McDonald starts us off in this game. We see Rawiri Harding straight into their work, the Manukura. The first of 2 Manukura teams, the school very, very successful. Let's see 2 of their schools as we see the number 10, Simeon Governor. And I have no doubt that is a relation of the Simeon whānau that had many a referee in the referee groups in the early 2000s.
Unfortunately, just an error coming out there by St Andrews College. Manukura will look to convert here as they get a fresh count of 6 early on their line here. Not even a minute gone. Quite fast paced, very intense, looking for Manukura to get the first strike. Footwork there by the number 10, Simeon Governor. The penalty blown. Not getting back onside there, I believe.
Yeah, the link defender there for the St Andrews school team. Just a bit short. Good defence though. Made up for that small error. Now St Andrews get into their work. First set wasn't so strong. Just need to be strong in that roll ball. Maybe got bailed out there. I thought there was a decent touch there from the number 14 from Manukura Rawiri Harding.
No, absolutely. Quite the matchup we've got here. Both having played 7 games. St Andrews coming into this final unbeaten, whereas Manukura have fallen once. Their first game, in fact, of the tournament, still able to make it right the way through here to the Kemu Whakamutinga, the final of this mixed division in Rotorua.
Tom Turner with the ball. First set down here. Bit sketchy in their first 2 transition sets there, Sean, but get down on attack.
Ai, titiro ki tēnei maka of the number 7, Robertson. What a flat pass that was. They just were tiptoeing their way up to the 7. 2 steps short side, step back, and that ball on a dime right there to the number 11, Tom Turner. A great touch. The piro tuatahi o tēnei Kemu Whakamutinga. Tahi ki te kore, the score 3 minutes in.
Manukura, that would have taken them by surprise, I imagine, because they looked really, really good. First 2 sets, setting up a platform. Elijah throws the ball out. The left to right. It must be illegal to throw right to left these days, Sean.
It seems that way. The number 16, Te Maia Sweetman, got that prime real estate out there on that right-hand side as we see the ball coming down off that 33 platform. My apologies. Elijah Tangi Tutu's just setting up that winger there. Sweetman with a very easy catch and put down in the corner.
Sweet, all right. That was a beautiful catch. Beautiful try, 1-1. And again, we're wanting the drop-off. The only thing better than a drop-off in the round playoff play is one in the final. St Andrews straight back into their work.
As we see St Andrews coming down the field, down the lane play, that left to right long ball. Unfortunately, just getting called back there.
As we see, Maka Whakamua, our first forward pass of the match, was a beautiful left to right. Would have been a touchdown had it not been forward. Great catch there from Caleb Downs, one of our Kaiwawa here in the final of the mixed grade of the 2023 Bunnings Secondary School Nationals in Rotorua.
As you see, Manukura steaming their way up the middle of the field, matched by some great defence, keeping them in their orange zone. Struggling Manukura here to get out of their own zone. Some great footwork here from the number 3 from Manukura. The show and go, not enough to let him get through here. But just a special mention to these 2 sides here to make the final. 41 mixed teams in the mixed division this year at the National Secondary Schools. What an achievement, Maya.
Yeah, just looking at Kitty there, the number 3 from Manukura. One to watch out for, Fleetfoot. St Andrews, great platform on the end of the 5th touch. Did he get down?
The referee points to the mark there. He piro anō ki te tima no St Andrews College. As we'll see here in the Bunnings Warehouse replay, just some great yards coming in by the wahine toa. The number 3 from St Andrews, Williams, just gets a great plant. Simple pick straight through the middle. Finds his first chopper. That man doing all the work there. And what a great finish by St Andrews.
Just back from the replay, we're already on the attacking scoreline for Manukura. There we see the number 14, Rawiri Harding, Simeon Governor. Oh, forward pass again. Send it down at the other end. Stop there being a touchdown. It's 1 each.
Yeah, that defensive strike there from Simeon Governor leaves a lot for the imagination to come later in the game. I'm sure we're going to see that lethal step that he's got again feature very prominently in this final as we see St Andrews working their way up the field. We've spoken about it a lot this weekend, Maya, but just the intensity that the mixed teams are taking through this orange zone of the field, this middle section. Look at these platforms that have been set for our strike players. The work just becomes so easy as we get into the end goal. Oue taukiri e. Kua taka te poro ki te papa, unfortunately not able to hold on to it there. He just puts it down in what was another great opportunity.
They will get another crack here though. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Great work there by the St Andrews middle. Set his man up really well, unfortunately. Dropped the ball, but as we see, they got another set. See Samuels here. Quickie steps back, looking to go short and go under. Another penalty. That's first or second?
I think the first penalty that Manukura has given away, but the ref not happy with the roll ball. A tap, I think, for the penalty. The better option there, as we see the number 3 from St Andrews College. Again, going to that quickie platform, the 15, Pānapa.
Game, we've finally had a chance to take our breath. She's been action-packed. We've been so focused on the game, we haven't even looked around the surroundings. As you can see outside, our advertising, our sponsors, hoardings there, the crowd is packed. 6 or 7 deep all the way around the field. Oh, great defence there by the link defender there, the number 18 for Manukura, Destiny Ross. Great work.
As you said, Maya, kua noho tonu ngā te nuinga o ngā tangata ki konei ki Rotorua International Stadium. No matter the result that they've faced, a lot of the teams sticking around to watch this final. As we see the ball go out wide, what great defence there from the Manukura number 15, Hennessy, to force the end to a play there. Manukura will look to get out of this half as St Andrews comes with some great pressure.
Excellent check there from Destiny Ross. Got the team an extra 10 metres. Really good vision. Just a little bit cramped, but wow. Took about 0 to 100 as we see number 4, Elijah. We wouldn't be surprised if he's on the back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just not body over the ball there, Sean.
We've seen that quite often today already in the first few Mahuri finals, the plate finals we had earlier this morning. Maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in there early, but I'm sure that these 1% skills will be looked to be refined as the game rolls on, with just over 7 minutes remaining in this first half. The score still quite low, but what an action-packed first half we've had already.
Absolutely. St Andrews hot on attack. Number 7, Robertson, ducks into the in goal, links up. Mistouch there from the number 6, Addison Williams, with a surname like that. She's obviously a star as well. Great work, Addison Williams, and really well set up by Robertson.
As we see here on the Bunnings Warehouse replay, te tere hoki o tēnei tama into the in goal for who knows how many times. He finds his girl wing easily for another piro. He piro anō ki tēnei tima o St Andrews as they push the lead out to toru ki te tahi the score, 3-1.
Great decision there from Addison. Often we're wanting the winger girl to hold her line out there even if it does get cramped, but she realised she needed to cut back in towards the middle, put herself in the great position. 3-1, St Andrews on top here against Manukura.
And another in goal. Unfortunately, not able to find someone as easily as the other end of the field. A great scoop nonetheless there by the number 5, Nikora Nimarota, to get into the in goal. As we see some extra yards found down the side here. Kua kōrero ahau. Oh,
6 again, or offside. Yep, it definitely was going to be one of those. Good work. Such tight space. It would have been less than a metre there. They had 3 of the St Andrews players making great yards, and once again, as you pointed out, just that extra pass, getting him behind the point defender.
And as we see St Andrews trucking it up the centre of the field, kua kōrero ahau e pāna ki te kaha o ngā wahine I roto I tēnei o ngā kēmu. He oi anō te pūkinga o ngā tama. The skills of these boys has just been simply just something to be desired, as we see another scoop into the end goal. Footwork doing it again, Maya.
Yeah. As we see, take us through this replay, Sean.
Yeah, just a real easy setup here as we see coming up on the Bunnings Warehouse replay. We just go away to the 32 platform. The hitman again, Robinson calling the plays. His offsider this time, number 23, getting into the in-goal. Samuel gives him one back as he's been doing for everyone else.
I tell you what, he was so tricky in the middle. Even the referee, Caleb Downs, was headed the wrong way there for a while. All the Manukura boys seem really, really quick when they're on the ball. Number 8, Conrad Milan, working in conjunction with Rawari Harding. Definitely the leader on the attacking end of the field. Left to right again. Great holding of space there by the winger, the number 16, Temaya Sweatman. Scored the first for Manukura, and now she has the second.
Yeah, just that sweet spot I talked about, that prime real estate out on this close side wing for Manukura. As we see Simeon Governor come down the lane, not to get the ball, causing that distraction, going out into Sweetman, the sweet spot out there on that right wing. She dots over for her second try.
Oh, I like what you did there. It feels like George is back in the commentary box. Oh, just simple drawn past there. We've nearly seen the number 3 from St Andrews.
He whāngā miniti e toi ana he Maia. A very close game, only 2 points in it, almost getting that intercept there.
I thought you were joking when you said 4 minutes to go, but you're right. This is just flying past. It's crazy. We wait 2.5 days to get to the pointy end of the tournament. The game starts and we've nearly gone through this first half already.
Ai, tika tau, ngā kemu o ngā kemu, the game of games here on day 3, late in the afternoon, and we see a low game specialist, I'm going to call him, as he dots down with that right hand reach out. We see here on the Bunnings Warehouse replay, a great crossover. Way to get low early before those touches come across. He's done extremely well to get across the line there. He piro anō kia St Andrews.
You often hear cliche, it's all a game of inches. Well, it's a game of like blades of grass, because I'm sure the defenders there were super tight. There was no gap, but such was the quality of the attack. The accuracy and skill of that dive is now we see the Manukura trying to hit back here.
And I think Manukura tend to be favouring this move down the middle of a 33 lane play, which we've seen quite a few times this weekend. Unfortunately, again, not quite paying off for them as we see St Andrews really gritting the teeth and coming out of their half. He pā kaha rawa atu tēnā, a very strong touch from the Manukura team there. Unfortunately, too strong, too tough there.
Unfortunately, just looking out beyond the field, the weather has got excited too as we see some dark cloud rolling towards us. I hope it doesn't get here. She's just dropped a few degrees over the last 30 minutes there, Sean, and the wind's picked up. But hopefully it stays away, because as we see some brilliant action here in the first of our 3 live stream finals. You can also be watching live on Whakaata Māori. St Andrews now setting things up in the middle.
Yes, we've seen some great touch this weekend. Would be a shame to see the weather come into play, but I'm sure these tamariki are more than capable. As we see another scoop through into the in goal. There is that man, Samuel, number 23 from St Andrews, again setting up the playmaker himself, Robertson, for another piro. As we see the Bunnings Warehouse replay, a great drive by Robertson, an easy scoop through into the in goal. The numbers just opening up there. Manukura caught in a little bit too tight. He piro anō kia St Andrews College. They take the lead again. Ono ki te rua, 6-2 the score.
I must admit, I was really surprised to see the result come out of the semi-final against Rolleston. But after watching these first 14 minutes, as we see here, Simeon Governor with a beautiful dummy pass out wide. Space opened up for him and is in for a touchdown. Really timely one there for Manukura.
Yeah, as we see this replay here for Manukura, we just see Simeon Governor coming on that back door. Te tere hoke o e nā waiwai, the quickness of those legs. He just is, the footwork, just amazing, wasn't it?
Very, very timely too now as Manukura back to 3-6, 40 seconds to go. This is a must, and that will really, really help them out as we wind closer to the end of this first half, just getting a turnover. Yeah. They'll get the majority of their set here, Sean, but they'll probably need a pick on the 4th, I would say.
A real momentum swing, as we spoke about. Coming into day 3, it's all about how you sort of end this first half. Regardless of the score, you want to be coming in with that scoreline being a little bit tighter. And the last to score before the half tends to take that momentum into the half here. As we see Sweetman taking the ball a little bit more central. They may have some time for one more scoop. As we see Simeon Governor. Here's the play-through call. Great ears,
what a
hands.
catch. What a catch. Give the touchdown. Just, no way. I'm sure Cameron McDonald was about to give the all clear there, Sean.
Ai, kua tangi te pere, half-time sounded. We will be back in 2 minutes, 6-3 the score, St Andrews in the lead.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
When you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
This isn't about printing. It's about better results with over 90 offices right across the country in residential, commercial and rural.
Aue taukiri e te kaha hoki o ngā kaitākaro katoa. He hawhe tere rawa atu tēnā e te iwi. Ka hoki mai tātou ki te hawhe tuarua o tēnei kēmu whakamutunga. The mixed grade final here in Rotorua. Maya, what a game we have.
Yeah, great first half, and like I said, I knew the entree we had in the game before between the two boys teams was fantastic, and it was only going to get better. Manukura a little bit behind on the scoreboard, but started to wrestle back a little bit of that momentum there at the end of the first half, and we'll need to start with a great set of defence here up against the St Andrews College team, who've had a great first half, leading 6-3.
Yeah, as you said, the momentum swing huge just before the half. Manukura getting a great try and then causing the error to get a nice closeout. Unfortunately there, a fair call there from our Kaiwawao. Kei Wainganui te whira, the on-field ref, making his decision there, ruling to be the ball knocked out of the hands as St Andrews get another shot at the line with a fresh set of 6.
Robertson here with the ball, not much on. Second penalty, but only the first one on the scoreline. The number 6, you see there, Kaiwawao Richie Heap, just talking to the number 6 there from Manukura. Tippett, getting him back on side. Good touch there. Oh, nice work. Thought there was a little bit of a loss of connection there between the number 6 and number 4 there from Manukura, but great work from the number 6. Clean things up. Ooh.
Oh, lucky to get away with that one there. Just a lapse in concentration. They get a lifeline, I believe, there, as there's that man, 23, quite close to the line. Done well to defend there. The number 7 for Manukura, Sutherland, just coming in off her length there a little bit, but defending very well.
I know as a coach, if St Andrews score here, I'll be pretty gutted that they got that got let off. Oh, and here we have another penalty.
Yeah, Maya, talk us through the 3 blows of the whistle. If we unfortunately get 3 penalties down on the line, what happens next?
Yeah, they remove the third offending player to the side of the field until their team gets possession back. And so it's down to 5-on-6 on the scoreline, and that's really just to try and encourage the defensive team to do everything that they're required to and get forward of the line. That was a really good set from the Manukura there. St Andrews had about 16 touches on their line then. Not really much on, so probably didn't make the most of that, St Andrews.
Ai, tika tau there, Ehua. We talk about the small wins in games like these, those being the yards we see here coming out of their own half. Also, those repeat sets on the line, being able to defend those out and get those stops are pivotal moments of this game.
What a lovely pass from Melina Miller there, the number 2 from Manukura. Just trying to get those extra yards. As you see here, running away at number 3, not quite getting through there for Manukura.
The defence matched well by St Andrews. A very powerful scoop out of dummy half. Unfortunately, the ball not being given back. Ref not happy with that. Marching them 10.
Bit of a different start in the second half. The first half started hot, and seemed like there was a crack on the line every time. Manukura, this is probably their 3rd penalty in the game here for just a little bit over-aggressive touch in the ruck, whether it be hands in the ruck or too hard. I really want to stop giving these piggyback penalties to St Andrews. But there we go. Ooh, how did he pick that up? I was going to say the ball never lies. That's what they say in basketball. I'm sure that's what the Manukura team are saying too.
No, you did right. And as you see, a few mistakes starting to creep in here, unfortunately. Fatigue definitely becoming a factor. 8 games deep. They will be looking for the reserve tank here to get that little bit more energy they need to finally close out this final game here in Rotorua.
Simeon Governor, Rawiri Harding really need to be on there as much as they can on their attacking sets if they are to peg back this 3-touchdown lead that St Andrews currently have.
As we see, great press coming here from the Manukura boys through the middle and their wing girl. Unfortunately, probably just a little bit too much traffic coming down that left link side for St Andrews there, as we see the ball in the hands of Simeon Governor with a tap on halfway.
Yeah, just game getting a little bit messy the last few sets, few penalties. Manukura and there we have another one. Not sure what this one's for, maybe off the mark. Oh no. Makawhakamua, a forward pass off the ruck. We've seen a lot of these on the live stream, haven't we, Sean? Just not quite having that focus, the timing from the runner, just putting the dummy half under pressure and those passes going forward. I tell you what, bring the touchdown lines about 20 metres forward from each end, because that's where the game's been.
Absolutely, we have a serious bit of a battle going on here. The first team to score after the half, I think, will be a massive momentum switch for either side here. As we see Simeon Gover go off on a bit of an excursion on that right-hand side, using his quick feet to get around the defenders, looking for a late sub.
St Andrew were really in their rhythm in that first half. This little bit of a murky patch here might actually play into Manukura's hands, as you said, if they can be the first to score in this half. As the number 6, Tippett. Oh, beautiful. Oh, what a catch. Beautiful pass from Elijah and a gorgeous catch from the number 7, Sutherland, Nia Sutherland.
No, what a great pass that was from the Manukura middles there. A very impressive link chopper coming from the number 7. As you said, Sutherland running a great line. The ball just going straight to the chest. You can't ask for a better ball like that. And what a great finish there from the link girl.
Great work. First to score. We both talked about that. 4-6. Defend this one out. Get back down there again. They're definitely back in the arm wrestle, the Manukura high school team.
Yeah, we wouldn't count them out too early, this Manukura side. A team based on some very strong engine room players, as we see that effort area again from the Manukura link. Number 9, Burton, doing very well to chase out. They will want to close this set out well with a great stop on 5th touch.
Te Rangi coming from the other side of the field. Oh, that was sensational by the number 12, Powell, just to be able to tip that pass on.
Kei te pirangi au ki te mihi, ki ngā kai āwhina, ngā kai tautoko, ngā kai o ko katoa e nei tima, huri noi tēnei whakataitai, 82 schools, over 250 coaches and managers. A big mihi to all those involved as we see Manukura with a bit of a breakdown this left-hand side. We do take our hats off to all of those involved in the process of getting these teams to where they are, especially those able to take place in these finals.
Great work there from Manukura down the left-hand side, just in front of their box. Have gotten them into this position. See? Oh, beautiful 33 peel that nearly ended in a touchdown there for Manukura. Yeah, and just while we acknowledge people, we always acknowledge the refs, and there's one group that is connected to the refs, a key part, the referee coaches, of which there are nearly, I would say, over a dozen referee coaches. They're out here all day giving the feedback, and that's why we see the quality of refs that we have as a result of their hard mahi all throughout the weekend. Ooh, he must have just got onside there. Unlucky for St Andrews. Good hustle there from the number 3, Kiri for Manukura to get back onside. And not only that, but the huge amount of support staff back in the referee room, taking care of the referee's recovery, the referee's hydration, the nutrition, making sure their mental health is in a good space, as they often get a lot of feedback from our players during the tournament. So a huge referee contingent here to service this incredible tournament so that we can see the amazing rangatahi we have in front of us doing what they do best.
He mea nui tēnā, te hauora o ngā kaiwawao. Without our referees doing such an amazing job, we would be very, very lost as players. So he mihi nui kia rātou katoa, kia tino pai tō mahi tēnei wā whakata.
Oh, that I was really just about to say, actually, if Manukura can score here, the game is flipped on its head. St Andrews haven't really looked like scoring in the second half, and we've just gone into the last quarter of this game, just under 7 minutes to go.
A great drive there from our number 3 from St Andrews. Unfortunately, Manukura just not able to get back onside there, as we see St Andrews approaching the 7-metre line with a fresh set of 6, just over 6 minutes to play.
Oh, strong touch. Really, really good touch. Just interrupted the platform that the number 3 from St Andrews were trying to set. As we see, 32 wrap in there. Stagnant play, just sort of working into Manukura's hands. Ooh. We're seeing Rawiri Harding calling a no touch. Probably not the smartest thing to do down in the 7-metre line, Sean.
No, very lucky there. However, Destiny Ross, the number 18 for the link from Manukura there, making a great one-on-one touch there. A very, very important touch to be made.
Quickie play. Safest way not to do a forward pass is pick it up and run a bit. Tom Turner in conjunction with the number 3 from St Andrews. See a backdoor play. Will they go to it? It does. Ooh.
There's that man again. He's been on the ball, off the ball, diving to the ground and scoring a few tries now. The number 23, Samuel for St Andrews. We see on the Bunnings Warehouse replay. 2 hands on the ball, getting low, footwork, and he is in for here. Piroa no tēnā, another try there for St Andrews.
Manukura now definitely need to be the next to score. 5 minutes to go. They can absolutely come back. 3 touchdowns. It's no problem here.
Yeah, we talk about the time. 5 minutes to go. The amount of play that can happen in that 5 minutes, especially with 2 teams, the calibre of which we have in front of us here. I'm very excited for the final few minutes of this game.
Elijah with the ball in his hands, just a bit of a backflip. The cut to the cut to the cut. I haven't seen that one too much today. Great set of D there from St Andrews.
Yeah, Manukura unfortunately turning the ball over probably a little further off the line than they wanted, which allows St Andrews to get a bit of an upper hand coming through the field with their transition of fresh legs coming on.
Great yard there from the box, from the girl link for St Andrews. So we see Lucas Terangi, strong drive.
Unfortunately, just losing his footing there. We've seen that quite a lot throughout this weekend here. Although the weather has been very good to us, just a lot of players seem to be losing their footing down that end of the field.
In that middle of the field spot, I'm telling you, there's a gremlin there, and we'll need to sort that out for next year. Might need to put a bit of different fertiliser on that part of the ground there, Sean.
No, most definitely. As we see a penalty blown, Manukura would look to use it here. E whanga miniti e toiana. 4 minutes to go, Eteiwi. A very close match, only 3 points in it. 4 minutes, a lot of time for Manukura to capitalise on this, as they aren't able to their St Andrews defence up to the task.
If you don't really get your momentum in touch 1 and 2 in particular, you tend to not be able to have a very great conversion rate down the end. And I think Manukura, they've definitely got the skills at the back end of the set. They just need to focus on those first 2 touches to get the St Andrews team rolling on defence, just like what St Andrews are doing here to Manukura. Beautiful scoop here by the number 7, gets into the touchdown zone. Nice early pass, could see the number 23, Samuel Muschin, was open for an easy touchdown.
Yeah, those two, the combination, what a duo they have come to be. In this Bunnings Warehouse replay, we see Robertson straight out of dummy half, some speed to burn he has got. He finds his buddy Samuel, another dot down. They're just looking so quick and so fast, aren't they?
Yeah, missed opportunity there from Manukura in that first 5 minutes of the second half. I thought they were slowly wrestling things back, but could only get across for one. St Andrews done a great job. They got back into their rhythm and got two since then. 8-4 going into the last 3 minutes of the game. Simeon Governor did the dummy. Thought they were going to go left to him. A beautiful try out to the winger, number 15 for Manukura.
Yes, great hands by Hennessy on that far right-hand side. Again, we see that left to right. A great platform set. They dummy Governor coming on the sweep. That scooper straight out, left to right, long ball out to Hennessy with a great finish. Great hands above her head in the corner.
Last minute of the game, 2 minutes of the game. St Andrews still with a commanding lead. Nice and composed on this attacking set.
We see that man there, Robinson on the ball. He has had a very good game controlling that middle, both ends of the field, as I think we will look to see St Andrews use a little bit of gamesmanship here with the clock.
Yeah, totally. He talked about that in the earlier game. Just taking a little bit more time to get to those turnovers before starting play. But here we see the man we've been talking about, the number 7. Great recovery from the 7 from Manukura to catch up near Sutherland. Beautiful recovery from her. Here's St Andrews sweeping around to the left. Do they keep going this way? Man of the moment. Long ball right to left. Great cover again from the 15. Tell you what, I'm sick of offside penalties, Sean.
Yeah, unfortunately, maybe those the extra 2 metres to get to that 7 these days that we have to push to. Unfortunately, Manukura just not quite getting right the way back to the line there, as we see this number 23, Samuel, penalty blown again. That's 2. One more, and unfortunately we might see a player go to the side. Ko tahi mineti e toiana I tēnei kemu whakamutunga of the mixed grade. We only have a minute left. We see Robinson look to go on the outside. Touch made.
I just wonder sometimes whether the not moving forward of the offside actually had any impact on what happened. And I think a lot of times we could probably play away from those, but that's just my opinion, and I think now I sit on this side of the fence. I want to see the game go back and forwards. But good work there from Manukura. Had 2 penalties on their line then. Fortunately didn't have to drop off a player. Last 20 seconds. And they get penalised for a forward pass off the ruck. Once again, outstanding performance from both teams. Dominant by St Andrews that first half. They really took the game away from Manukura School in that first half, and they've just been able to maintain that lead, Sean.
As we see the hooter sound, St Andrews taking the touch as they have been crowned National Secondary Schools Championships. Kua mutu te kemu, whakamutunga o tēnei wāhanga, kua toa te tima no St Andrews, 8-5, the champions. What a game that was. Unfortunately, Manukura not able to match up what was the beast of St Andrews there, Maya.
Yeah, great work there from St Andrews. Absolutely deserved champions. And I will catch up with you after the break.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
When you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather.
Hey, sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
Kia ora te whānau, no mai hoki mai, and what an incredible first final we just witnessed between St Andrews College and Manukura College. It was 8-5 victors, St Andrews College, well deserved. And as we discussed quickly post-game, St Andrews just took that game away from the Manukura team in that first half. We've got our girls final coming up next, but before we get there, we've got a very special award from one of our amazing sponsors. It's called the Caltex Good Sports Award, and this year it goes to the incredible man, David Litton, who's associated with St Bede's College. David's with Pat. Pat's going to have a conversation there with David just to talk to him about his incredible work.
Pat,
Secondary
take
school
it away,
buddy.
Championships here in Rotorua. I've got a very special guest with me. His name is Dave. He's from, where are you from, Dave?
St Bede's College.
St Bede's College, Dave. I've got a little presentation I'm going to make to you, Dave. Our friends at Caltex, who we all know support secondary school sports throughout Aotearoa and have been very big supporters of the Bunnings Secondary School Touch Championships here in Rotorua, have got what we call the Caltex Good Sport Award, Dave. Tell me, just without telling me what it is, because I haven't told you what it is, what do you think it is?
A prize of some sort?
It is absolutely a prize, Dave. You win. You've won the Good Sport Prize, Dave. Well done. So, the Caltex Good Sport Prize is about acknowledging amazing people that support secondary school sport in the same way Caltex does. And we've had so many nominations come in for you, Dave. You are an OG, brother. Well done. What was the secondary school sort of champs like for you this year, very quickly?
I was very proud of my boys.
Very proud of the boys. Thank you, Uncle Dave. We've got a prize for you. Someone's going to give it to me very quickly. Georgia, maybe, or somebody. Here we go. We are pivoting. Here we go. Here is your prize, Uncle Dave. There it is. Thank you very much to Caltex. And thank you very much, Dave, for all your mahi, brother. Well done.
Thank you.
I tell you what, Sean, with petrol prices the way they were, I have no doubt if he could fill that bag up with petrol, that would have been a great price to win. I love seeing people, you look at Dave, and congratulations, Dave, on being a good sport. he looked really awkward, and that's just that humble nature, and it's always people like that who get those awards, right? Someone who just does the mahi because that's what they can do, that's what they can give, never want anything for it. So it's great to see them acknowledged by one of our great sponsors here, great supporters of the Touch New Zealand Championship from Caltex. So well done, Dave. St. Bede's, you've got a Tonga there. Hold on to him, and I'm sure you're proud of him achieving that award.
No, for sure. Maya, you were spot on the money there. A great man, very deserving of the reward he's received. So thank you very much, Whānau, for tuning in for what was a great first final game. We will be having a very quick break, and we'll be back shortly for the women's final.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Goodbye, my great-grandfather.
Hey! Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
Nau mai, hoki mai, e te iwi, ki tēnei kēmu whakamutunga o te wāhanga o ngā kōtiro o ngā wahine toa. Welcome back everybody to Rotorua International Stadium for the Bunnings Warehouse National Secondary Schools competition. With a pāwhutu paoro, A great lineup we have for our women's final here. Maya, Manukura School versus Columba College.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bit of mamai with the fans of the Manukura School after that. Their awesome mixed team just went down, but what medication we have here with the incredible Wahine team, the Manukura girls team, now coming out, represent their school proud, and I'm sure the best tonic they could get after that last game was to see their girls get up over the incredible Columba College.
And as we see here coming out early in this live stream, we see the refs coming through the tunnel created there by the Manukura mixed team. Talk us through the referees.
We're led by Thomas Webster there from Counties, and in the middle we have Charlene Bannister Plumridge, an ex-Kiwi touch player, superstar touch player, and the third referee, as you can see, Charlene there, always the character. Great to see just how calm she is. And the third referee there, Cameron Wooten. We see the Columba College team making their way out. Both of these girls teams undefeated for the whole competition. Just looking at the Columba girls teams, on day one they scored 27 touchdowns and only had 3 against them. So I'm going to be thinking that defence is one of their strengths. One of the most significant parts of this team outside of these girls is their coach, who herself is one of the best female players to ever play the sport in this country, Dana Turnbull. She always has her teams piping at this end of the tournament. They've been very successful and very consistent over the last few years, Sean.
Yeah, as you say, Manukura girls, as we see them about to run out here from the tunnel created by their mixed team, who unfortunately, as we said, just went down in the mixed final. What a great success for them as a kura, as a whole, to have 2 of their teams in the Gemu Whakamutunga o tēnei whakataitai. Hats off to them as a school. Some massive scorelines they've had throughout this weekend. Again, also unbeaten. Very, very cool to see. Their first time, I believe, playing as a Tīmā Wahine since 2013. As we see their team list coming up on the screen here. A notable mention to their coach, Gary Riley, one of the greats of the game going round. Still got it. I got to see him play last weekend. But that's enough about the coach. The players that they have come to produce. Some of the names, just to name a few. Maihi, Araya, Scudder, McIntosh, Davis, Maniapoto. Some of the names to look out. All 16, I'm sure, set to put on a show for us.
Yeah, great to see Manukura again here at the pointy end. They've been really successful in this tournament over the last 3 years. What pride the school must have in both this mixed team and the girls team. We're just about to hear the 2-minute music. We just come off a stunner of a game. Sean, what's your thoughts on this? Who do you think's going to take this out? We haven't had to put our sack of muscles on who we think's going to win since our second game today.
Yeah, I believe from memory it's one apiece between you and I, Maya. I don't know which way to go here. I'm very much sitting on the fence. I'm going to go down the pathway of Manukura, but a great game we've got. Who is your sack of muscles going with there, Maya?
There's something wrong with that seat, because last year everyone who sat on the fence as well, but I'm great you could acknowledge that. Good bit of self-analysis there, self-awareness there. Well, if you're going Manukura, I have to go Columba. It's probably the team I was going to choose. Just the quality of their defence, as you can look at it in their scores over the last 2 days, the confidence, just how connected they look in the box, even though we see the coach, Gary Riley, passing on those last bits of advice, just getting his girls calm, saying, trust in each other, trust in what we do, and I'll see you at halftime.
No, absolutely. No maua ko mai a te tino wai maria ki te kōrero kia koutou i tēnei wikini. Ka tae tātou te kite i ngā wahine toa e hikoi ana ki runga i te whira. We can see the women taking the field as they are set to tap off for what is set to be an amazing women's final, wahine final here at the National Secondary Schools Touch Competition in Rotorua.
Did you like the 2-minute music, Sean?
I can't say I'm the biggest fan, however...
blasphemy.
The only reason I say that is because of the nerves that it brings me. Nothing to do with the waiata itself, more so a bit of a personal issue.
I'm old school. It was there from the first time I started, and I remember they tried to change it, and I was just like, are you kidding me? This is changing the fabric of the game, not having the 2-minute music there, and I think its annoyance is almost its beauty as well, so... this is when you know it's time to settle the nerves, taking those last big breaths in, just going back to what you've been training, trusting in the girls in and outside. You on the field, knowing your box has got your back, and just out here to express yourself and make your whānau proud.
Yeah, without a doubt. Kua timata te kēmu, whakamutunga o ngā wahine as we see the tap-off come here for the finals of the wahine division. A great early break down this right-hand side as we see Manukura centre the ball up.
Maniapoto with the beautiful right to left. Are they on the outside? Great chase out. What a start. First, I thought there was a little bit of a sneaky play on the right and then a beautiful long ball out to the left.
Well, here I was thinking there was some open real estate on that left-hand side. Columba just doing the extra effort to get out there as we see a scoop into the in goal. Does well to get free, but the pass goes back over the try line.
Araya there got through with ease, the number 2 from Manukura. Didn't even look like she was out of first gear. Sliced through the Columba defence. Couldn't quite join up, and that's because, unfortunately, they were offside as we see here. Maniapoto with the ball. Good defence. Much more connection there in the middle by Columba Sean on that touch.
For sure. I think we talk about those range and those gates, and they're trying to stay as tight as possible through the middle of the field. Those middles working extra hard, and they can only be as good as their outsides, as we see a great lift there from the number 9. Sophie Davis does really well on that out ball to prevent the 3-on-2 numbers there.
Yeah, just slightly different type of defence here. We see 2 players up from Columba there, really shutting down the options. Nice pass, a right-left again from Maniapoto. This time, number 15, Terina Larson, in for the first touchdown of the game.
Ai, te piro tuatahi o tēnei kēmu. Te kēmu whakamutunga, as we see on the Bunnings warehouse replay. A great right-to-left long ball, not something we've seen so much in the finals field here. Very powerful ball out there, and a great finish, as you said, by the 15, Larson.
Manu could have obviously realised it's going to be really hard to score against this great defence in the middle of the field, but obviously they're tight in the middle, so there might be space outside. Now Columba, left to right, the famous left to right, the trend of the 2023 Nationals. First set on attack, great try by the winger.
Yeah, we've spoken of those floodgates, and I think we've seen them early on here. What a great setup as we see the link coming down that lane, a fake, back to the splitter, that left to right long ball that we have spoken about all weekend, out to the wing, number 13, Prattley, a great finish in the corner. Tahi ki te tahi, 1-1 the score, only 3 minutes gone.
Wafer there with the pass to set that one up, 1 each. Manukura back down on the attacking line. You see the number 7 with the ball back, looking left to right. Maybe just passed a little bit early, gave the winger enough time to adjust, but we see again, as we did in the previous game, penalty just for not moving forward up off the line.
Yeah.
Manukura here getting set.
We see our on-field referee, Thomas Webster, working very proactively with the Columba girls, helping them to get off that line. As a player, that is so encouraging to know that our referees are moving forward with us and making sure that we're getting off that line.
Here we see here, ball down. Thomas Webster looks at the number 7. Maya Davis says, great try. Here's your award.
Absolutely, pointing to that spot. The number 7, Davis, gets the ball back. A great low game. Just getting in between those 2 defenders that we thought was going to be impenetrable in the middle there. She does it almost with ease. What a great try.
2-1. It's hot. 3 minutes, 3 touchdowns. Columba back down on attack. Thought they're going to go left to right again. Just pulled things up. 2 touches to go.
It'll be interesting to see the static play here from Columba, as they have been doing very well off the flow. Great defence there from the number 8 from Manukura. Mahoney, very, very good there.
Yeah, nice work. No penalties. That was the key. As I say that, jeepers. Columba here. I wouldn't want to give this Columba team too many opportunities down on the scoreline. We've seen the first time they come down, the Red Sea parted, and on the right-hand side, and we see it here again. Just a quickie. I really wish sometimes that we'd just let that play out and see if something comes from it. We might be able to give a touchdown as opposed to a penalty. Anyway, Columba back with the ball. Number 4, Flutie, setting things up. Oh, there she is again. If we want to try, give it to Flutie. She'll get you one.
For sure, as we see a slight little disconnect there in the Manukura defensive side on the Bunnings Warehouse replay. We see just that quickie step back, check to the shutter, to the diving chopper. What a great try that was. The shutter not quite there early enough, and a great try. Rua, kite rua, 2-2 the score.
We see Miller Cashmore just looking up to the ref saying, you know it was a try, ref. Get your hand out, blow the whistle. Manukura, number 1, Maihi.
A great touch there from the number 6 of Columba. Brown just doing enough there to force that error as we see them come off the back of it with a bit more energy, probably that boost they needed. A great way to close out what was a great try as they come storming back up the field here as they come closer to closing out this set.
Here they move into, just want to keep this flow going. Ooh. This was for Makawhakamua off the ruck forward pass, unfortunately. Thought they were nearly setting up a good platform there to strike off on the last. Great set of defence from Manukura.
As we see some hard yards through the middle here, it has been very interesting to see the difference of approaches through this orange zone, and as we've experienced, the team that tends to dominate this orange zone tends to dominate the game as well. It'll be interesting to see later in this half who is that team that does that dominance.
McIntosh there. Couldn't quite go to hand. Good set of defence. Just into a little bit of a grind period here. Neither team got to the 7-metre attacking scoreline either time on that set. Good start-off set here from the Columba girls team. Third touch well into the attacking half, as we see. I told you if you want to try, give it to Flutie. She'll get one. What she got up her sleeves, even though she's wearing a singlet. Flutie now with the ball. Bit of a wraparound play. Great place to finish the set. If it's not going to be a touchdown, finishing on your side on the 7-metre line is where you want to be, Sean.
Yeah, great touch IQ there, just to take the ball away from the Manukura sub-box, just to isolate them a little bit further away from their sub-box, making them work that little bit extra, as we see them working well enough to get through the middle.
No dummy half there. The number 7, just Maya Davis thinking, how am I going to do this? Talk to the ref to take up a bit of time.
Yeah, Columba doing very well to shut them down there. A great, I think just a tad late. Makato Moody there, I believe. Penalty given. Columba trying to find the mark. They take their time a little bit slowly here, just to find their feet as the clock is slowly ticking over the quarter time here.
Good work from Columba. Good defence. I think they've just wrestled a little bit of the momentum back. Pretty even game in the balance, but Columba here just got on top recently. They just seem to be doing things with a little bit more speed and a little bit more direct. As we see Wafer setting things up, goes short side, offside, the link. The number 4 from Manukura was offside. Referee calls play on. Beautiful try there from the link.
Yeah, I think a bit of honesty came into play there, as I'm sure I saw the hand from the number 8 of Manukura wave to the ref. The number 4, in fact, signalling that she had not made the touch. A great low dive there from the player.
Yeah, good work from the Columba link, just getting underneath the defender there, who was there. She just beat her, got underneath. And here we see now Maihi working in conjunction with Taylor. Maihi with the ball. Playing through, dummy half, yeah.
Heard the initial play-through call. Unfortunately, the other defender had done enough to get back on side. As we see Columba working their way to their sub-box to get these fresh legs on. The reinforcements will come in numbers here.
The drop-off committee have sent me a text asking me to talk to the refs, see if they can just keep it nice and close. But I think Flutie's going to have other ideas as we see her. Oh yeah, just that forward pass on the interchange.
Yeah, unfortunately that one not quite as flat as what we've seen. The call coming from the referee there as Manukura look to take it through the centre of the field, working well towards their box here, as again we've spoken about these fresh legs going to come in. Unfortunately a slight error there. Columba probably a sigh of relief.
Yeah, just unfortunately probably that pass a little bit too hard for the winger in that short space. But Columba putting the pressure on defence, and now the reward of that is getting a to start a set well and truly within the Manukura defensive half. See the number 6, Brown for Columbia, working with Murphy, the number 2. Murphy with the ball, steps outside, playing through the number 7 from Manukura left early. Ooh.
Big bit of contact there. We've done very well to get into the end goal. Unfortunately, couldn't find a free player to get that touchdown, but I'm sure Columba will look to press as hard as possible with only just over 4 minutes remaining. Manukura gritting down on the teeth to get as many yards as possible coming out of their half.
Good substitution here. The number 10 coming on from the sub box. That injection of pace, really getting the momentum. You can see the Columba girls just backpedaling there, not really being able to get set. We see Araya. Araya set up the first one. She set up the third one. Great injection there by the number 10 from Manukura, which has set that up. Sean.
Yeah, as we see on the Bunnings Warehouse replay, the play goes all the way back to the roll ball, back down on their own line as we see the half scoop out a dummy. Very, very powerful scoop. A great setup coming right the way through the field. Great yards there by the whole team. Everyone had a hand to play in that try, and a great finish by the link. Number 10 from Manukura, Singh.
It's actually quite apt that Singh scored the try because she started it. She was the one who injected that pace at halfway. So it's good to see someone's hard work getting paid off. But Columbia here now with the number 8, left to right again. Whoever's been in the left to right professional development group that's been travelling the country, you're doing a great job because everyone can throw left to right.
No, absolutely. And the energy is still out there massively. We've spoken about it right the way through these live streams. Manukura with a lot of volume and energy coming from their box to encourage the 6 that are currently out on the field. Defended well.
Neve Grummins nearly snapped through. Sinclair goes into dummy half. Grummins there, back door. First time in a while we haven't had a play through. 3-all, 3 minutes to go. All the 3, surely there's a bingo number or something like that.
Toringa minutes here, Toyana, as we go away to the far link side here. Potentially looking for what was scored earlier. Ruled by the referee as a great touch there from the Manukura far link side.
2 to go in the set. Centralising play. Probably want to try and get a drive in behind. Good defence. Oh, no, can't count. Only 3 fingers on this hand. As we see here, Grumans setting up.
Unfortunately, the pass not just quite finding what I thought would have been a great backdoor play there. I'm sure they'll go back to that platform again as it looked to see Manukura slowly collapsing a little bit on defence, just as strong on the yards coming out.
I'm not sure, but I'm sure in the background I've seen one of our long-serving Premier netball coaches in the ground. But we have the number 1, Maihi. Hitter Maihi nearly scored. Manukura still with momentum. Subs have come on. Oh, we just put the handbrake on, setting things up now, giving Columba a chance to set up. As we see here, it wasn't Mania Poto. It's number 7, Maya Davis. Good scramble there from Columba. They're really under pressure. Nearly scored down the right-hand side. Then when the subs come on, but they still were able to manage to hold off the attack from Manukura.
Yeah, with just over a minute to go, we talk about the importance of closing out the first half to try get that upper hand and that confidence boost going into the half. 3 apiece. Columba will be looking to get one over them and go into the half with that 1-point advantage. Unfortunately, not the case on that set. Manukura with the roll ball just on their side of halfway. Probably enough time for 3 possessions throughout the game.
I think the score is a pretty good reflection of the actual balance of the game. Both teams throughout this first half have had momentum, had a bit of dominance for periods of time, but then the other one would fight back for it. So really, really good arm wrestle here between 2 very good sides, well-drilled, well-coached sides. As we see here, Mania Poto going down on the 5th touch, not much on. Long ball right to left. Forward pass by the looks of the refs.
Well defended there by Columba. Manukura did very well to get to the deepest defender there with a great scooping look there. Unfortunately, the ball just travelling forward a little bit.
Here they are back into their transition phase. 2nd touch, 3rd touch here, all the way up to halfway. going to get a chance to have a strike if they can. 3 defenders up for Manukura. Really halted that momentum. This is the key drive of this set. We see the number 6 going down. Big scoop here by the 2 from Columba. Drawn pass, trying to create numbers. Think that was a forward pass. No, just played away from it. Ball to ground. Roll ball here from Manukura.
Think we'll go into the break here. 3 apiece. What a competition we have here. The hooter just sounding in the background as they have one final play. The touch taken. Ko mutu te hawhi, tuatahi o tēnei kemu o ngā wahine. 3 apiece. Ka hoki mai mātou a konei.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
When you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
This isn't about cameras. It's about getting a better shot, so you can get a better result. A great photo of your property is more important than a picture of our agent.
Hey, sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
E te iwi, nau mai, hoki mai, ki tēnei kemu, te kemu, o ngā kemu, mo enei wahine. The final match of this competition for the National Secondary Schools down here in Rotorua. What a matchup we've got here as we see the final shots of the 2 coaches preparing their wahine toa to go out there and battle for the last 15 minutes of this competition. Maya.
Yeah, I snuck into the, just behind the huddle there of the Manukura team, just listening to Gary Riley and what he was telling his girls, and it was a real defensive focus, and in particularly those first 3 touches. He knows, he said to the girls, if we can keep them off our score line, then really that limits their potency. And so he talked about the not rolling, but really pressing up and also making sure that their box side link, if they're looking for those extras, was aware of that so they could shut it down straight away. As we have Columba start us off in the second half, almost a false start, but now we're into it.
Yeah, just great messaging there that these wahine are very fortunate to receive from such great coaches across both sides here, Columba and Manukura, as we see Manukura doing some great defence early on.
Key set of the game. Last set of the first half, the first set of the second half. Good defence from Manukura. That's exactly what Gary talked to them about. Defence being the focus. He believes that if they can get their defence right, they've got so much attack in the arsenal, and we can see it here. Again, getting up, looking for those extras. Great vision there from the middle. Number 13, I think it was from Manukura. That injection of pace. Oh, and earned her team a penalty. That's really, really good work there from Gary Riley, getting his girls set for the second half.
Ai, te kauma rima miniti noiho e toiana I roto I tēnei whakataitai. Only 15 minutes remaining. They will be looking to absolutely empty the tank here as they look to go down this right side. Will she have enough speed?
Iriah, is it a touch? It was a touch, but unfortunately for Columba, Iriah, the number 2, Kiwi Rain Iriah.
Yeah, as we see here, Maya in the Bunnings replay. What speed Araya had on that outside. A great start to this first half. We wanted to see them take possession late in the first half to get that upper hand, but that first try after the break, just important.
Yeah, and definitely was a reward for their defence in that first set of defence. Just listening to Coach Gary Roy, great advice. And we're able to score that first try. Columba wanting to hit back here as we see the number 8. Backdoor passive play. Looks for another left to right. They got numbers. No, great defence on the Manukura winger. I was surprised on that try we just saw. It looked like there was 3-on-1. And Manukura had 3 attackers on that one winger defender.
Yeah, just maybe a little breakdown there. However, not the story for Manukura. They have done very well to stay stable, find their feet, and chase out on the amazing attack that Colombo has been throwing down their way.
Look, I know as a coach, with my coach hat on, that you can say what you want sometimes, but unless that's received, it really means nothing. But these girls have heard what coaches said, and they have been hot on the defensive end. Look at these yards, straight back into things. Manukura here really looking hot, sort of a shell-shocked Columba here. Weren't expecting Manukura to come out. Once again, we see this 3-on-1 situation on the wing, Sean.
Yeah, as you say, that exhaustion begins to kick in. Not the case here for Manukura. Sometimes that bit of information can go in one ear and out the other. Not speaking from experience at all. However, we see Manukura absolutely just giving it their all early on in the second half.
I guess it's the conditioning too, because it's hard to hear when you're huffing and puffing. So great work here from Manukura. That was a really good set of D from Columba to be able to hold them out there. Good hustle on their left-hand side to repel the Manukura attack, which looked really promising. Yeah, just probably a little bit high. I know we don't have a high tackle rule in touch, Sean, but just wanting to make sure we maintain control of this game. The number 2 short pass.
As we see him point to that spot, Murphy, the number 2 for Columbus, seen here on the replay, gets that ball back very quickly. The step back try, as we see the middle for Columba. Number 6, Kiana Brown. What a great finish that was as we level up the scores. Whā ki te whā, the score here. I roto I te ke me whakamutunga o ngā wahine.
Yeah, 4-all, that's what we like to hear. So keep it nice and close. Manukura back on attack. So we see the number 1, Maihi.
That play out the back we've seen a few too many times. Maybe not. I think the option could have been the short ball there. However, I'm not out there. I can't read the play. It was a great look. I'm sure we'll see many more attacking platforms the same as we see a very quick crossover.
Oh, what a ball right to left from Maihi. Just gets a little quickie here and boof.
Wow. E kore ngā kupu, no words. What a right to left. I don't think I've seen one that good, that accurate today across all grades. What a great long ball that was. And the finish by Ataro for Manukura there, the number 14 in the corner.
I tell you what, if I could throw it that long, that fast, that quickly, I'm not sure I'd be throwing any short balls. 5-4. Tit for tat. Columba here will be wanting to get their tat here. Get it back to 5-all.
We talk about wanting to make sure that we can close out the defending stop after you score a try. We only like to make sure that we're banking those points if we're able to prevent that try at the other end. The penalty has been given. Columba will get a fresh set of 6 on the line. It'll be interesting to see who they go to here as their strike player. I think they've done well in terms of sharing it around, but I'm sure the best of the best will be on as we see Murphy coming in with that quickie again, the step back.
That's, I think at least half of their tries have been scored that way, Sean.
Yeah, as we see in the replay, Murphy, she's so quick over the ball. Ball in 2 hands. Is she going to dive? Is she going to pass? That passing option to the first chopper has been on almost every single time. What a threat she's been for Columba.
Yeah, same channel. So no doubt Gary's talking to that far side link, the Manukura far side link, and just making sure she stays connected when that ball comes back towards the middle, knowing that they're going to that that short play back to the chasing in attacker.
Yeah, rima ki te rima, the score now 5 apiece. I think this change in score has been enough to give Columba that energy boost they needed, as we saw a little bit of a wave defence coming off the tap-off there. The energy levels are high. what a game this is.
Yeah, exactly. I really like how both teams, in terms of to get back in the game, it's been defensively focused, and that makes complete sense because unless your D is good, you're going to be attacking on. Just unfortunately, this is the second one of these. As we see, no person around, just a complete accident. Such finely tuned athletes we have here. I really hope it's not as bad as we look. If we just look back, scoreboard here, top of the left here, Sean, as we can see the concern even from the opposition. And again, just the qualities and the values in this incredible sport of touch. We're all caring about everyone. Yes, we want to win. Yes, this is the final. But we never want to see anyone in that situation.
No, not at all. Kua whakapiri ngā tima e rua, ko te tumanako. We very, very much hope that this wahine out of Columba is okay. As you say, unfortunately, injuries are a part of this game. We are very lucky to have a crew down here, Georgie and co, that do a very good job actively trying to prevent these injuries, and the support crew throughout this whole tournament. We are very lucky to have such great medical and healthcare staff down here, as well as a whole support crew that is made up of mainly volunteers down here in Rotorua, especially the Uffie team heading around the fields. What a great job they do in terms of keeping people back from the fields, the safety of players, the safety of supporters. We're very, very lucky to have such a supportive crew, aren't we?
Yeah, for sure. Whānau, if you weren't here yesterday when we had another injury, you'd be seeing the time go down, and that's even though it is the final. Unlike many sports, we've still got other games that are happening around the fields, and we need to keep to certain times. So that's why, unfortunately, the time continues to roll down, and we take as long as we need to make sure the safety and well-being of our injured players out there. If we do get back to the action, though, Sean, 5-5, it's even though when one team gets a bit of dominance and the other team looks like they're not quite connected, just the scramble's been fantastic from both teams, and in particular Columba, because Manu could have really come out in the second half hot, focused and intent with everything they're doing.
Yeah, it's probably been a term I may have overused. I might be sounding like a broken record, but it's just those effort areas that we are seeing from both sides here. No matter what they are throwing their way, no matter what they're facing, they seem to always just be there, no matter what it takes. And it's just great to see.
And we talk about this is both teams' eighth game, 3 days in a row. They've probably been here at 8, going back home at 5 in the really hot conditions and then the cold conditions. But just that grind, that mental toughness, just to empty the tank, even when the tank started empty in this final. And we see again the nice tribute from the spectators and players alike, just clapping the Columba player off, which I really hope only just had a slight tweak, the magic order, and then she'll be back out there hopefully.
E tuku ana tātou, I o tātou nei mihi, I o tātou nei whakaro ki aia. We hope that she is okay and it is not a serious injury, and all the very best with a very speedy recovery. As we see Columba tracking back down the field, I'm sure they're going to give absolutely everything as they lose a player, unfortunately, to an injury there. Manukura doing just enough to prevent a touchdown there.
Good hands from Lula Joseph. Fortunately didn't come to a score. Manukura, equally good Z. Straight back into it. I think this is Maihi. Yep, the number 1. The fastest person on the field, Hernaraya. Just pass that ball off. Here's Maihi again with the ball. Most head off straight to the sub box. She's stuck in there for another one, unfortunately. Just lost control.
Unfortunately, kua taka te poro ki te papa there, just losing the ball to the floor. Unfortunately, couldn't maintain possession as we see a bit of a bobble come out of Columba, but they managed to hold on as we see them working through the middle here, potentially going to set up for what could be a long-range scoop.
Yep, really strong at the scoop. Number 8 now has the ball looking into space. Good defense. No one getting ahead of the other, just staying connected. Nice straight line. Shut things down. As we see Rod Walker in the background there. There's not much about touch that he don't know. Ooh, do we have a forward pass?
I think that is the call.
4 minutes to go. Any touchdown now in these last 4 minutes, I think more mentally than scoreboard-wise, is going to have a huge impact on this game. Just putting pressure on the other team. No one wants to go down 1.
Yeah, I think this game will be played right until the dying seconds. E whanga minutes e toi ana I roto I tēnei kēmu o ngā wahine. Only just under 4 minutes to go as we see Columba coming down this left-hand side.
Great decision from the winger, the number 15, Terina Larson. She was chasing out, knew that she probably wasn't going to get to the winger, but that she could get to the link, so shut it down there. Last touch, Columba to the left-hand side. Great hustle there from the Manukura right-hand side.
Ai, kua puki te kaha, nā ēnei tima erua, they have really picked up the strength. There's a lot of mana and kaha on display here by the both of them. It is great to see with 3 minutes to play, 27 minutes gone, they are still playing at such a high intensity.
Great dive there. It's the intensity and the commitment you just talked about there. It's number 9 from Manukura. Setting things up for Uriah. All the gas to burn. Off to the number 10. Winger has to generate her pace again. 6 touches again though. Must have been a tip as we see referee Charlene Bannister Plumridge.
Yeah, this could be pivotal, a very game-changing moment as we see them go to the quickie. Ball back in the hands of Maniapoto.
Mahoney as well, working with Maniapoto. Decides to go right, throws the left to right, 2-on-1. A lot of times there's been a 2-on-1. I wonder if sometimes instead of the link attacker running out towards the winger, she could just hold that defensive winger by running more of a straight line there, Sean.
Yeah, you did right. Could have been what would have made a better look there. Unfortunately, not meant to be. The score still 5-5 remains. Rima ki te rima as Columba come in through the centre of the field. A great drive.
What timing to have your best yard set by Columba. Unfortunately got held up there, but that was very, very good. Let's get in here. See. Head back to the left-hand side, got numbers 3-on-2. Again, really, really good scramble by this right-hand defensive side from Manukura.
Yeah, Manukura have really locked down their defensive end of the field. A very low-scoring second half just shows the determination and the commitment both teams have here to defend their line. Nothing to take away from the attack. Both sides have been looking threatening, and we see these yards again.
Maihi, the number 1, been doing it all game. Has that yard set her team up. She goes long again. Definitely the short ball might have been able to create a little bit more of an option, Sean.
Yeah, most definitely. As we see quite the support crew around the field. A lot of teams still sticking around to watch the best of the best battle it out to take home the National Secondary Schools Championship.
Columba here. This will be likely their last set with the ball. If they can score, she's going to be a hot last 30 seconds. Great little extra yards there from Gramans. Setting up here the platform. 30 seconds now left on the clock. Just organising things in the middle. Flutie with the ball. Right to left, long, there's space. Oh! Great hustle again. That right side from Manu could have been absolutely fantastic in the second half, Sean.
That is just some serious determination and just what an engine they have on them, this Manukura side, to get out there and make that touch as the covering link. That is just a game-saving moment. As we count down in the final minutes here, still 5 apiece, the hooter in the background, touch made. We're going to a drop-off.
I was secretly hoping that was the case. The whole last 5 minutes, hoping to be the best defence in the world. The second drop-off we have here, Sean, and I think a fair reflection of the game. Like, that was some real hustle by both teams there in the last 5 minutes of that second half, Sean.
Yeah, I think the result going to a drop-off here as a clear reflection on how close these two teams are in their skill sets, what they've got going for them. As we see on screen here, Columba just going over what we may see as being a very, very organised attacking threat coming out. 4 players to take the field.
How much do you train for this?
A very hard question. We like to think that we can go out there and train it. However, when you get thrown these pictures, all game plans go out the window, and what you see in front of you is what you get. And I'm sure we're in for a very, very awesome 2 minutes ahead of us as the tap is made by Columba. 2
minutes, whoever's leading in those 2 minutes wins the game. If no one is, then after those 2 minutes, one person goes off. We're down to 3, and it will be whoever scores the next try. So good set of Ds so far from Manukura. We've got the right person with the ball, Flutie. She was definitely the key player in that first half. Going to get a quickie, going back inside, using her pace. Beautiful left to right pass, and out on the right-hand wing was number 1, Meg Adams, for the first touchdown.
Yeah, that had to be scored, didn't it? What a momentum shift that'll be. Columba will send out their 4 best defenders, and Manukura will send out their 4 best attackers. Just over kotahi minutes e toi ana in this women's final. My apologies, as we see Manukura working towards this close touchline.
Maihi and Araya. As you see Araya out there on the wing, they are probably the 2 fastest players on the field right now. Wouldn't be surprised to see. Araya going back door. Mania Porto. Oh!
Wow. I've said it before and I will say it again. E kore ngā kupu, just no words. What hands. She's been throwing them, she's been catching them, and now she puts her team back level with Columba. 30 seconds remaining.
If someone deserves a touchdown, she does. That's, for me, the piro of the game. Why does it only last for 2 minutes? We need 30 minutes each way of drop-off. As we see Columba now trickling down towards the end of this first 2 minutes. Ooh, good recovery there from the number 5.
Probably not a bad penalty to give away there from Manukura. They will just want a little bit of game management. However, when the clock ticks over, they'll lose a player each and it'll be first to score. A great touch there from Manukura.
There it is. We didn't quite get to this mark in the first game, but we're down. The first 2 minutes gone. Each player will reduce their number by 1. And just if you're wondering, yes, the teams can sub during this drop-off. It's not the same players that started the drop-off. They can sub throughout it, as you'll see them do. But now the down to 3, trying to 50 metres to try and defend. Next try scores wins.
We see a bit of speed on the outside, matched well by Columba. The ball given. Speed on the outside, a great
Fourth touch. 2 to go. What are they going to set up here? I think it's the 4th. I couldn't count before. Hopefully it's not the 3rd. Manukura here. We've got the defense in tatters. Just sometimes you'd almost want to let that through to get them disjointed. We're definitely on the 4th now. The number 10 for Manukura, spreading out to Araya. Araya beats the inside defender. Was that a touch? And there it is.
There it is. Te piro. Hei whakamutunga I tēnei kemu, the last try of this game to decide the champions of the Wahine grade here, as we see Manukura Wahine storming the field. The coaches all very, very happy. What a game we had there. Manukura, te tima toa o tēnei whakataitai. What a game that was.
Oh, losing is terrible. Losing in a drop-off is 10 times worse. And particularly when neither team deserved to lose there. 7-6, Manukura take out the female grade here for the 2023 Bunnings Warehouse Secondary School Nationals in Rotorua. What a game. As we head to a break so we can catch our breath. See you in a sec.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
When you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Hey. Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's saluting when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bayleys finding buyers that others can't.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
No mai hoki mai e te iwi, and what a game we just witnessed. It's sad that someone had to lose, and has that whet the appetite for what's about to come. We had the early award, the Caltex award, and this time we've got the Bayleys hashtag Altogether Better award. There's been a huge number of submissions for this, and Pat will be shortly interviewing the winner of this incredible award, which goes to the well-deserving Kaikohe Christian School. I'm sure Pat is with
Kia ora tātou, we're back and we've
members.
got another award, would you believe? Our friends from Bayleys are going to help us commend one of our kura who have been a part of our 2023 Bunnings National Secondary School Touch Championships for the first time. Damien from Bayleys, come over here, Damien, the man with the money. How are we, Damien? You well?
Very good, very well.
Good to see you again, my friend. Thank you for being with us again. And Bayleys continuing to support secondary school sports. Tell us what it means to you.
Very important for us. We love this, seeing all these fantastic young people. Brilliant seeing them all work together in a team environment. So well done, guys. Great effort.
Damien's going to help us, Whanoma, present our Altogether Better award, which is going to go to a very special kura. As I said, first time here. We hope to get them back. Damien, who has won our special award?
So this award's going to Kaikohe Christian School.
Yeah, round of applause for Kaikohe. And I've got my friend Michelle here from Kaikohe Christian School, who's just going to share some whakaaro about what it means to be a part of this kaupapa for the first time.
Kia ora, amata, kororia katoa ki te atua. First and foremost, all glory to God. It's been awesome being here. We're brand new at all of this stuff. Engari, we're here. So, kia ora.
And you coming back?
Yeah, hard out. We're going to bring some more of our tamariki. Yes, we'll be back.
Here we go, and they'll be back next year. We look forward to it. Thank you so much for being part of it, Whanoma, and congratulations. $500 to offset the cost of getting here, and we hope to see you back next year. Cheer.
Thank you.
You got a photo, eh?
Ai, ka mau te wehi. That is absolutely awesome. He mihi nui nui kia rātou te kura no Kaikohe Christian School. What a game that was. Unfortunately, just as we went to a break, we saw a wonderful haka there on behalf of Manukura. We again will be going to a very quick break, and we'll be back with the final match of the secondary schools nationals.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help you and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Nau mai, hoki mai, e te iwi ki tēnei pāpaotanga a Whakaata Māori. Ka mihi ki ngā maunga, ngā wai me ngā ahika o tēnei rohe o Rotorua. Tēnā koutou katoa, ki ngā kai whakahaere, ngā kawa wau, ngā kai tautoko katoa, ka nui te mihi, ka nui te mihi, ka nui te mihi. He wai anō, kua tai mai tātou ki te kēmu whakamutunga o tēnei whakataitai, te kēmu o ngā kēmu, te kēmu o ngā tāne. Maya Williams, tēnā koe.
Kia ora iho. Here we are. We're at the what most would call the game of the tournament that we're all waiting for. And these are our best three referees in the country, led by John Dusto, Alicia Uraiti and Logan Forrester. Great to see Logan up in this trio. I mean, and I don't want to go past Alicia being in here. There's almost never, since Tammy Clark, been a female referee in the boys game at the secondary schools final. So Alicia, her experience, been around for a very long time, and like a wine, just gets better with age. So great to see her out here, a really good team. We talk about teams and their chemistry. This group of referees will have great chemistry and hopefully provide us, and more importantly, the two teams with a great platform to play here. Just why we see, looking at the Hamilton Boys High team, it's almost not a boys final without the Hamilton team in it. And normally standing opposite them is Rotorua. This year we have the Westlake boys. Now when you see them run on, you'll see them with a few less boys, as a number of them unfortunately had to leave to a trip. I'm not sure how unfortunate they're feeling though, because that trip is to Thailand, Sean. So yep, they're going to be doing it hard, but I watched them day one, day two, and this team is unreal. If there's a team that can take it to Hamilton like they did in pool play, it is the Westlake boys.
Yeah, no doubt. The match between these two yesterday was absolutely unreal. Westlake was up 6-3, coming back to an 8-all draw, as we see the Westlake boys take the field.
Just while we're looking here, we see the referees in the middle, and we're talking about this boys game, and it's almost apt that our man Andrew Timothy unfortunately passed away exactly a year ago today. And this is the game that he always did, because forever he was the best in New Zealand and the best in the world. And so just want to acknowledge him, and more particularly his whānau that are still with us. Just a big shout out to them, and I'm sure they're feeling it on today, just as we acknowledge Andrew. And while we're acknowledging people, just to Harley War, this is his last day, or sort of, at Touch New Zealand, his last event anyway. He's the rangatira, he's the boss of these national events. He's done an incredible job, has Harley War, with what a fantastic tournament this has been, and such a big part to him and his soldiers that he has worked for him. So just a big shout out to those two groups of people. As we see the Hamilton boys, they've been here, they've done it a million times before, just so much more composed than probably most would be, Sean.
Yeah, without a doubt. This Hamilton Boys High are no strangers to this finals field, and I know that they will be going out there under the guidance of some very, very prestigious coaches there, as listed: Bailey Wardby, Shannon Tormudi, Nigel Hotham, and Mitta Graham. Far out. What a crew that is in their sub-box. Very, very lucky, aren't they?
More New Zealand players in the sub-box than on a plane heading to the World Cup. And success breeds success. And that just what Nigel and his original team have done all the way back in the dark, all the way up to now, just that level of consistency, to be able to do it year in, year out for such a long time is just an incredible credit to Nigel and the team that we had. We see Westlake boys, they don't care the success that Hamilton boys had. They're ready to topple them off, even though there is only 9 of them, as you see, only 3 in the box, 4 in the box there for Westlake as they get us started in the last game of the Bunnings Warehouse 2023 Secondary School Touch Nationals here in Rotorua.
Yeah, very unfortunate for the Westlake boys, but I have no doubt in my mind that they will be giving their absolute everything, as the Hamilton Boys High team will look to absolutely just hand it to them, won't they?
Tactically, when you've only got 4 in the box, how do you go about, are you trying to keep the game as slow as you can, Sean?
As we see there, attack is not going to be an issue for the Westlake boys team. Unfortunately, as the game goes on, just the legs might come into play a little bit. But as you say, yes, gamesmanship is going to be huge here.
Yeah, Mania King going over for the first one there, the number 5 from Westlake Boys High, just understanding that there was an offside defender there. Great start from Westlake. Way to keep the energy is to be in front, and if you're in front like they are, then I'm sure there'll be no issues, as you had the wraparound play, early pass back, great defence there from Westlake, the number 8, Lachlan Ross, Sam Howarth.
Defended well there, nice and stable with the Westlake boys, as Hamilton look to try press them enough to keep them in their half. I spoke about that gamesmanship. What that's going to involve is Westlake trying to slow down the transitions a little bit, limit how many subbers go into the box each set, as unfortunately they don't have enough to fully rotate. Look at this, just effort on effort. The Westlake boys are showing no signs of slowing down.
Couldn't quite tell from that camera view. I actually thought he was around the outside of the winger, but here he is, the first scorer, the first try scorer. Now long ball, pass looks good. Referee Dusto looking to the sideline, gets the all clear, 2-0. Westlake boys, I tell you what, if there was a start they wanted to have, they just had it.
Yeah, as we see on the Bunnings Warehouse replay, here Piroa no ki te tima, no tamaki makodo, ki te raki pai whenua. Westlake boys cross over for their second try of the game, as if numbers were not an issue.
Do you think it could have an impact mentally for the opposition when you know you're coming up against a team that only has 4 subs?
I think so. I think would be easy to get into a mindset of thinking, because there's not many of them, you know, we'll just grind them down. But I know that with the coaching caliber that this Hamilton Boys High team has, I don't think that will become an issue for too long.
Some similarities to the pool play game yesterday, down on field 3 in the middle of Tent City there. We've seen Westlake boys start well. Hamilton boys came back strong in that game.
Te kaha hoki o ēnei tamakatua. Very strong young man, as we see the ball grounded. A great try there.
Must feel like on an island there, number 5 or 6 from Westlake.
As we see on the Bunnings Warehouse replay, making a great touch, a great profile. Unfortunately, number 5 from Westlake, not probably quite tight enough. Again, how do you defend something so quick and so low to the ground like that?
Yeah, great hit back, timely hit back. 2-1, Westlake Boys High School. Great start. Just unfortunately, nice strong touch and couldn't quite get the ball down there. Was the number 1 from Westlake Boys, Trey Brown.
Here, Pākaha rawa atu tēnā. I love the strong touches coming through from both sides here. No love lost, great intensity, just real physical, and that's what this boys grade is all about and well known for.
Hopefully I don't jinx this role, but We see the number 2 getting in behind. Good recovery there. We've had no penalties going through that orange zone of the field so far. Really, really good proactive communication from all 3 referees, keeping these teams apart. I mean, you give these teams some pace and we're going to have a really hot game, Sean.
He tino rau e te mahi o ngā kaiwawa o katoa huri no i tēnei whakataitai. Heoi anō, ki roto i tēnei kemu. The refs are doing an amazing job as we see Westlake hot on attack. The check goes back inside. Unfortunately, just a penalty there. Touch and pass. He maka tō Moody. I believe the call was there. Hamilton boys look to ruck out of the half.
Oh, great little get back here for Westlake as we see Hamilton boys rushing out on the field. Got their full complement now, all 6, but Westlake just slowing things down. They don't need to be in a rush. Just getting everyone in the right spots. As we see the number 11 going back door. They fake the back door, go back to the right-hand side. Really good defence from the link from Hamilton.
Yeah, great attack there from Westlake. A very good move that seems to be making the rounds at the moment. However, I think down in the mighty Waikato and Hamilton there, they must be looking at these moves quite a lot because it was very, very well defended.
Quick sub on there for Westlake. Just while there was a Holton plate. We see here, right to left. Good intercept there from the number 10 from Hamilton Boys High. Kieran Stefare.
Yeah, he's done well off the wing there. We see that pocket play quite often throughout the weekend, and he's done very well to get inside the link, I think, and pick off that lane.
Yeah, this is where Hamilton boys can make Westlake pay, really put some pain into their legs with their yards. Oh, play through, good hustle, playing on. Oh, maybe just a little bit guilty there of waiting for the... thinking the whistle was going to happen, but it didn't come through. Great advantage play there from John Duster, as we can see in the replay.
He piroa no ki ngā tamakahara atu no te Waikato. Hamilton Boys High dot down for another piro in the corner there. Rua ki te rua, a very close match we have here.
2 each. Westlake, unfortunately, see their lead erode. They'll be wanting to get back up here. Trey Brown with the ball. Can't mistake that hairstyle. Just setting things up, looking like they're quite tight here in the middle. First try score, Mania King. Getting himself another touch. Mania King is obviously someone that we were told about leading into this game, Sean, and he hasn't disappointed so far. Working in conjunction. I think it's with Morgan Tafia. There he is there.
Yeah, definitely someone that Westlake are looking to control their game. Unfortunately, a small error there that Hamilton seem to be very happy about. I'm sure they're going to come off the back of this very strong as we see them working towards their box. Great yardage coming through from Hamilton Boys High.
Yeah, I can only imagine the toll this is having on the short staff. Oh, that's really what they need, I think. I think there might have been something extra in that touch, and I'm sure that's going to be a tactic from this Westlake team, knowing that they don't want to be playing much defence. Good hands from the number 3. No Shepherd there. Didn't obstruct any defender.
Most definitely. That's that gamesmanship that we talk about there from the number 12. A great touch. A little bit of inaccuracy there from the Hamilton Boys High link, and he's done well to get the turnover as we see a change in play. 13 from Westlake out of half. Unable to find a player through a hole there.
Just while I got a little bit of a break. Shout out to Michael Lindsay and Callum Clark and the job they've done with this Westlake team and having them prepared. This will be a different challenge, just with the logistical changes that they have for this game. Great work on getting to the final. 2-2. We've had 8 minutes gone already.
Coming up against the beast that is Hamilton Boys is one thing, and then looking across and seeing the calibre of coaching staff they have in their box is another, but Westlake Boys have done a mighty fine job thus far to be able to prevent that. A great tip on.
Forward pass there, yep, probably the first one, the round the back one. There's a noticeable difference, and particularly, and I think it's probably led by John Dusto and just playing through a lot of things. We've seen a lot of penalties in the last 2 games, and there's been a significant reduction in them so far. Again, now that I've said it, there'll probably be 20 in a row. But just John Dusto playing through a lot of things. We've seen that for Hamilton Boys High first try, and again there, great platform set here by Westlake. The number 5, Key, looks out, Have we got an overlap? Touch and pass, maybe?
A great platform coming on there, set by the number 12, Morgan Tafia. A great speed into the ruck. He managed to control the ruck well. Unfortunately, not quite finding the right option.
And here we are, Hamilton Boys High. They've been really, that's 2 touches. 2 touches over the halfway line. 3 there, fresh legs on. Again, staying nice and direct, nice and central. Oh, early play. That was hustle there by the number 5. I thought there was no chance that Mania King was going to get out there. That was a little bit of a trick play going one early there.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think it's a strike weapon that the coaches will be looking to bring in here from Hamilton Boys. The typical look is that you do come in on the 5th touch for your strike, but the advantage that brings from that 4th touch, you know, causing the error there. Unfortunately, not quite accurate enough. Hamilton Boys will be looking to capitalise here as we are still 2 apiece. 5 minutes left to go in this first half of the boys' final.
I think subconsciously we're both sort of hoping that Westlake can get out of their defensive area, because we know that come that second half, and particularly the last quarter, things are going to get tough. The number 2, good hustle from the inside defender there. Number 6 for Westlake Boys, Wynyard, Sanderson, Metikingi. Hamilton Boys is high, nice and relaxed, going through their work. And here we see the number 2, just unfortunately Metikingi slipped over. Oh, but he made up for that. Good recovery there from Metikingi.
Yeah, dead right. He unfortunately lost his footing there. He did well to recover. Some may give up there, but no, that's those effort areas we talk about. He's done very well to recover. As we see Westlake charging up that far link side.
Again, this game's raced by. That's 10 minutes already gone in the first half. 4 and a bit minutes to go. 2-2. We had 4 touchdowns in 4 minutes. We've had a bit of a, in that grind patch there where both teams just going through their processes, unfortunately not being able to convert.
We see here the ball back in the hands of Mania King. I'm sure they'll look to go back to, oh, unfortunate there, just not to have a clean play of the ball or a clean pickup nonetheless. As we see Hamilton Boys gritting their teeth, working to the sub-box here, reinforcements coming. Bit of
gamesmanship there.
Yeah, potentially a little bit of push and shove, but also just a little bit of getting tied up there. As we see Hamilton Boys, a great platform coming here.
There'll be a penalty here, almost guaranteed. Yep. Just Westlake Boys rolling all the way back into the 7. I think one thing that's exacerbating the turnovers that Westlake have, particularly the last 3, is they're giving it on the box side of Hamilton Boys High, and they're straight into their work. I think just with the short... Oh, did he step everyone? He sure did.
Unfortunate there, the link in the right position, just unable to touch him as we see in the Bunnings replay here. They go for the quickie setup, out the back, footwork just too good by that man there, number 6 from Hamilton Boys High. He made it look easy. I don't know how he does it.
I imagine one of the tactical things that Westlake doing is these 2 wingers are going to play the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. And in this grade, what a bloody workload that is going to be. They will be absolutely absolutely exhausted tonight.
Just think about that, Pano. Playing a whole game at this level, at this speed. So you see the 13 off his left. Gets in, actually looked relatively easy, got in there.
Yeah, absolutely, he did. He almost breezed through there. However, Hamilton Boys' first shutting defender doing well to double off and make that touch.
Again, we see the ball turned over on the Hamilton Boys High side, and again, 2 touches to halfway. I just think logistically, tactically, they're going to need to be either score the try or make sure it's given over on that far side as you're looking at it at TV. So Hamilton Boys have to use at least 1 touch to get across to their box. A good set of D there.
Yeah, I think Westlake's doing very well. Yes, they are getting an absolute onslaught here from Hamilton Boys through the orange zone, but they're doing very well to stay stable, stay connected, trust their connections through the later end touch 4 and 5, and they're doing very well to prevent them from getting over for a touchdown.
5th touch, number 5 from Westlake. Works through. You see an intercept. One thing you really don't want to do when you don't have many subs is have to chase down a 60-metre intercept. Does number 8 got him? Oh, so thought he nearly got there. The number 8 from Westlake. See it in the replay.
Yeah, number 11 from Hamilton Boys High. He's gone from one corner of the field to the complete other side of the field. As we see here in the Bunnings replay, the chase comes across from both sides of Westlake. What a great effort from the both of them to get
Number
there.
8 from Westlake, his reward for running the whole way is no sub. You get to stay out there, mate. What an effort from these young men from Westlake. Great try, good intercept. Hamilton Boys High, I think that puts them out to 4-2.
Yeah, you can only imagine how that winger is feeling out there. He's putting in the hard yards for his team, and I'm sure he'll be rewarded, as is
Ball down.
that far side winger for Westlake Boys. We saw him just in the previous chase to try prevent the intercept try, and he's rewarded with the treats in the corner there. What a great try from the left winger. As we see in the Bunnings replay here, just riding their time in the middle there. Number 6 plays through to 13. He goes massive with a very flat right to left. Wow, what a ball that was, and a finish as well.
15 seconds to go. It's back to 4-3. Westlake Boys High. 8 seconds to go. I imagine they'll be more than happy to absorb another penalty here, and I think John Dusto will know this. Just to hold them out. It's probably only one touch. There it is, half time.
Ko tangi te pere, the first half in the men's final. Ko mutu te hawhi tuatahi ka hoki mai mātou ākua nei.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
When you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
No mai, hoki mai, e te iwi, e hika mā, he whakataitai tēnei au e taukiri e te kaha hoki o ngā tīma e rua. I am just puffed watching this game, Maya.
Yeah, and I'm puffed watching what we just saw. Thankfully, our viewers weren't subject to that, where everyone who didn't score a try was doing their undie run. By the looks of the volume of the amount of people, I'm not sure anyone scored a try over the last 3 days. I think there was every athlete that remained to watch this game was out there in the undies, but thankfully we've seen 7 tries in this first half, a quality half again, under those different circumstances, particularly for Westlake. It's been a solid performance by Hamilton Boys High. Westlake sticking in there, a good hit back, 4-3.
Yeah, as you see, the shots going around the field here in Rotorua for the final game, the boys' final at the National Secondary Schools competition. Still a lot of whānau down here supporting, a lot of the other kura still down here supporting, deep in day 3. What a game we have here. As you said, Maya, very, very close matchup.
Hamilton Boys High kick us off for the second half. The last half of the last game of the 2023 Bunnings National Tournament. I thought that pass might have been forward. He played through. Good set of D so far from Westlake. 2 to go. Hamilton Boys High setting things up here with the number 3. Ooh, good pass back. Nice defense. That's a really good set there from Westlake boys.
Yeah, just to see the skill set, the determination that these boys are still showing with only 4 players in the sub-box. I have no doubt that the following Westlake boys will be close to, if not already on the plane. If they are watching this, he mihi nui kia koutou, that helped your team get to where they are, and I have no doubt that they're doing everything to help make you boys proud.
Yeah, just the talk, you know, and after that semi-final, when everyone knew Westlake was going through, was that, oh, this is going to be a non-event. How can a team up against the juggernaut that is the Hamilton Boys High compete with only 9? It's hard enough with 14, let alone 10, sorry. But what a great job they've done so far. A great coaching effort for their coaches to keep them in this game. But as we see, Hamilton Boys High, their yards are just way too much for the Westlake team at the moment. Huge left to right pass, but great vision. Great anticipation by the winger from Westlake Boys.
Yeah, there's that man, the number 8 for Westlake Boys, who has just done a huge amount of work out on that far side. Close side now. He is not looking to sub, not that he can. However, a great left to right long ball that was from the Hamilton Boys, number 7, Patua Awa. As we see Westlake Boys somewhat cruising on here, but I know they have an extra touch, so they'll be looking to strike here through the power of Morgan Tafia.
Oh.
He just gets it in behind, Maya.
They did it in the first half. We were first to score, and they're here again in the second half. As you take us through this replay that we're about to see, Westlake getting it back to 4-all.
I have Piro anō kia Westlake as we see Morgan Taifa ball in 2 hands out to that man on the wing there with the prime real estate. He piro anō kia rātou no Tamaki Makoto as Hamilton Boys here, hot back on attack. You don't get the chance to blink. We're right back down in the action.
You know yourself as well as I that when there's hope, there's energy. And the longer this Westlake Boys team can stay pretty even on the scoreboard, they're not going to feel how tired that their legs probably are. So Hamilton Boys High want to get up 2, 3. It'll almost be that final nail in the coffin. But as long as Westlake Boys can hang around, then they're going to feel like they've got all the energy in the world.
Yeah, great defense there. Great listening, firstly, from the Hamilton Boys, just to hear our referee in the middle saying that it was play through. However, the other defender was able to get back on side. As we see here on the replay, the try not given. However, play through was called initially. Defender back on side, penalty was given.
It's the second one. If there's another penalty, just stood him up, but got there. If there's another penalty here, Sean, as you know, the third penalty, the player who committed that third infringement will be removed to the side of the field, and he'll be there until his team gains possession of the ball. So it'll be a pretty hard job here if they get down to 5, so they want to be really disciplined in this set. See the number 14 from Boys High, great touch there from the number 12. Excellent job. Ezra Morgan Tafia.
Yeah, as you say, that name there, he's been pivotal for them all weekend. Absolutely massive on their defense as we see Hamilton Boys shut down. Unfortunately, the penalty given, 1 sent to the sideline. It is that man, Morgan Tafia. He has been huge for them. I couldn't give him enough raps, unfortunately, given the curse to get sent to the sideline.
Very surprised if Westlake can hold out here, but there we see, unfortunately, just a little bit of lack of focus there at the roll ball. They'll be glad, and their player that was just removed will now be back on.
Yeah, that communication coming from the Westlake Boys, I could hear it all the way here in the commentary box from Morgan Tafia. He really did lead that defensive stop. Unfortunate to go to the sideline, but lucky that they got the turnover.
Just starting to see a few things that probably suggest the legs of Westlake are getting a bit tight, except for these legs. Ooh, thought it was going to be a 6 again. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Again, giving that ball over a little bit too close to the Hamilton Boys High box. Straight into their work. Second touch on the 10-metre attacking line. 4 touches here, going all the way up nearly to the 7-metre line with fresh legs. Could it be tactical in a way, just to roll back to your scoreline and get connected?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Oh, a great chop. What a touch by that man out on the wing there. The number 8 for Westlake Boys, Sam Haworth. What a stop.
I think if he managed to catch that first time up rather than the juggle, probably would have scored, but great work there. Great hustle Hamilton boys yet to score. 6 minutes gone in the second half. 9 to go. Good work from the Westlake boys. And as I said, the longer they hang around, the more confident they'll feel that they can take this game.
Yeah, and as we see, the referee's really pulling both teams back. That full 7, a strong touch. Pa kaharawatu there from the Hamilton boys. That was a very pivotal moment here. Iwa ngā miniti e toiana, only 9 minutes coming left in this final here of the boys' game. As we see the juggernaut that we call Hamilton boys coming back on, equally just up for the battle. Westlake on defence.
Here he is, the number 2. He's been the one to inspire a lot of things so far. He'll be wanting to lift this pace up. It's almost as if the Hamilton boys high have sort of come down to the speed that Westlake have wanted them to. Their yards are fantastic. I tell you what, their yards have been unbelievable, but they just need to keep that flow into the score touchdown zone.
Yeah, I've talked about this man before, and I'm going to go again. Morgan Tafia, an absolute powerhouse, the engine room of this Westlake team. He is absolutely gassed as you see him take off the field, but when he comes back on, you could never tell.
King, great platform there for the number 11 who's... You should get extra allowance for beautiful passes, shouldn't you?
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, unfortunately not giving the ball back. Oh, no. Just giving a little bit of advice and encouragement to the ref. Got them another 10 metres down the field.
I'm sure just asking if the ref didn't think that was a great pass. Something along those lines.
Yeah. Just asking how forward, I think. And then Hamilton Boys High back into their work. Key set here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hamilton Boys High just with the flow they got score at this one. You see the number 9.
The left to right long ball goes out. There's that man again from Westlake. Defending well. The penalty blown. Unsure what for at this stage. But this will give Hamilton boys a whole fresh set of 6 on the 7, where we'll see a few of their attacking threats, as we see in this bottom corner running onto the field.
Yeah, no surprise to see hands on the hips for a few of the Westlake boys. They're absolutely emptying the tank, which is great to see. Just sucking in the big ones. They won't mind a penalty. In fact, they probably wouldn't mind 2, just to allow them to have a break. But 3 will be the one that will hurt. So here he is, Te Whare, gets the ball back. Famous. Ooh, what's going to go on here? Oh.
The play on call has been given. Unfortunately, I believe Westlake boys not quite making the line there. Great ears from the Hamilton boys player as we see the replay on the Bunnings Warehouse replay. Just a crossover, play on called, walkover try. Rima ki te wha, or ono ki te rima, Hamilton boys take the lead. Rima ki te wha, no ku te he.
Yep. It looks 5-4 to Westlake boys, but it's actually 5-4 to Hamilton boys. Westlake boys with the hands on the ball now. Just got the close-up shot. Number 13 looks back to his left. Sneaky pass in behind, touch and pass. Just a few penalties creeping into the game of Westlake boys, and again, unfortunately, a double penalty on top of a penalty, which means Hamilton boys get a 10-metre ride up the field.
He maka tōmuri tēnā, and kare rātou I whiua te poro ki te tīma. They didn't hand over the ball straight away to Hamilton boys, so they were penalised again as we see them almost get a little bit of a piggyback up the field here to help them get to their attack line.
Yep, hoping they can dig in here, the Westlake boys. Hamilton boys taking advantage of that. Now on the left side, here's our man again, the number 2. He's definitely inspired things in the second half. Just trying to lift that intensity from the Hamilton boys high team. Westlake work it away. Much better yards here. Just went up the middle first rather than towards the box. Fortunately, a heap of players off there.
Kei te hara mai, ngā tama no Westlake, here they come straight through the middle of the field. As I was saying, this juggernaut from both sides, not just the Hamilton boys side. Here they come. Westlake through into the end goal. Can he find someone?
Oh, was it an early touch? Here's John Dusto. He's thinking the same. Wondering if it was an early touch. I'm thinking it was. Ball down.
As we look at that, kua kōreroa John Dusto ki te kaiwawao on the sideline, and he has had confirmation, as we see here on the Bunnings Warehouse replay. The number 3 Johnson Full Smiley goes through into the end goal. What a finish that was from Westlake boys.
Beautiful finish and great refereeing, and that comes from his experience, just to know that, hey, something looked a little bit off in that picture. Great teamwork, great chemistry there between John and Alicia, who was right on the spot, was able to say, ball down, the touch was early, back to 5-all, drop-off committee getting excited.
Rima ki te rima, 5 apiece, e whanga miniti e toiana. Still a very, very long time, as we know in the game of touch. Wow, what have we got in store for us here?
Te Whare, that is skill there, the one-hand put down. Te Whare, it has to be, I have no doubt, just by looking at his face, Marua-san, surely it has to be. Marua, legend. When I first started reffing, him and Dills from the Waikato, they were like stars. I was just like, whoa, I get to ref them. And it's good to see when you've got a dad as awesome as him and a mum as incredible as Jen there, you're obviously going to be a superstar touch player.
Unfortunately, just an error there by Westlake, something that is a little bit uncharacteristic here in the final. We haven't seen too many errors. In regards to the player number they have, I thought there might have been a few more just based on fatigue levels, but just how about the mental capacity and the mental strength from these Westlake boys?
Here we have it, the number 6, good D. I think that's 4. Just giving a gentle reminder, you're very close to being offside there. Just want to stay disciplined here, Westlake. Couple to go. Oh, great work there from the number 6, just staying tight. Talk us through what happened here, Sean.
He Pirua no ki ngā tama no te Waikato. Hamilton boys go in for another try. Coming down the lane, just a short ball. The defender, unfortunately, just a bit too late. He's not happy with that, and I'm sure Westlake boys will come back with a very, very hard strike here. E rua ngā miniti e toiana, just over 2 minutes to go here in the boys' final in Rotorua for the New Zealand secondary schools.
Very skillful there, Huirama. 6-5, opportunity for Westlake. Long ball right to left. The pass is in forward. This is a beautiful touchdown. Justo in perfect position. 6-all. I want another drop off.
Oh, we taukiri e. He piroa noa. Ki te tima o Westlake. That man again out on the wing. He gets the rewards for the mahi that he has put in for the entirety of this whole game.
You just knew that it was going to be a right to left long ball, right? You could just see that set up. Oh, maybe got away with one there. The toucher. You're allowed to touch the ball, so he didn't really get away with anything.
And there's that man again, Morgan Tafia. A changing moment in this game with just over a minute to go. He has got his team out of trouble. Will they look to go back to this close side wing where we see our man in this corner, Sam Horworth?
Oh, great platform, short ball. Ooh, wondered if that was onside there. If he was, great touch, shut that play down straight away. Here he is, our number 2, getting the set for Hamilton Boys High going. 6-all, just crept into the last minute of the game, Sean. Do we have a piggyback penalty there for being offside?
Hamilton Boys will be looking to march down the field here. They will want to convert into points right away. No mucking around as we see the defensive unit for Westlake Boys out there bouncing around with as much energy as possible. Unfortunate for Westlake Boys, but what a great try. Cool, calm and collected there from Hamilton Boys. It would have been easy there to try go away from your processes, to try rush something. As we see here on the Bunnings replay, nice and calm, that step back, and that's straight into the play.
That's the thing when you come from Hamilton Boys. They won't be nervous at all because they've been here before so many times. And it's just part of their DNA. And when you've got the quality of the coaches, the quality of the parents of these boys, that they've got the DNA in them, no surprise, 2 touches to go. That's a sin bin. Now we're down to 6. Last touch. Ooh!
Wow. I have said it before, and I will say it again. E kore ngā kupu, e te iwi, we are off to yet again another drop-off.
Yeah, a bit of gamesmanship, I think, there from the defender, knowing that time was nearly up. Really smart thinking from the number 5. Mania King tapped the ball. Obviously, means he was live. He can score. Got on the outside of his opposite defender. Boom. touchdown.
One thing we didn't quite catch because of the speed of the play there is one of the Hamilton boys players was sent to the chili bin. The T signal shown there by Dusto meant that he is now off for 2 minutes.
Yeah, and so now rules, it's 2 sets from each, so 4 sets in total. That was one that just happened there, so it'll be 3 more. It's a huge advantage for the Westlake boys, but when they were under adversity for this whole 30 minutes, they stepped up, and I have no doubt this Hamilton boys high team, under adversity here, only starting with 3 players, that this is where we'll see that championship quality that so often the Hamilton boys high bring to the fore. When the times get tough, they just get awesome. As we see here, number 1, Walters, Cruz Walters.
Yeah, we talk about that adversity, that of which Westlake has faced this whole game. Not quite an even playing field now, close to it, but as we see the juggernaut of Hamilton Boys High against what I'm going to call as well the juggernaut of Westlake Boys.
Here they are, looking for a late cut, and there's been definitely one of the key players, the number 2 from Hamilton Boys High, Rangi White. He's been a leader. Here we see Westlake 4 on 3. Remember, whoever's leading after 2 minutes is the winner. If it's still drawn, then both teams will drop to 3. We've got a chase on our hands here with the Westlake winger.
And to see this winger from Westlake, number 8, Hallworth, stay for the whole game, and here he is featuring in the drop-off as well.
Yeah, just shout out to number 8 there, Hallworth. What a game. Whole game and a runaway. Back to the action. Oh, what's our pass? Was it forward? Oh, first touchdown, I wasn't sure. Obviously, a gust of wind got up there. Looked like it floated forward. Obviously, backwards out of the hands. 8-7, Westlake Boys High, Sean.
Oh, here, Piroa no ki te tima or Westlake. As we see, just a clean break here. Just coming down to these numbers. The Hamilton boys just run off their feet a little bit there due to the numbers. They have done incredibly well. Unfortunately, just conceding a try here. Just over 30 seconds, I believe. Sorry, just under 30 seconds.
Hamilton Boys High, probably their last set of this 2 minutes. They need to ensure they score, and if they do, they'll get their man back. Just going short side, beats his defender. We got a touch.
Wow, what a great touch by Mania King. He has just won himself the game for Westlake Boys. Are you kidding me? Te kemu o ngā kemu kua toa te tima o Westlake Boys with 10 players. Wow.
We're both standing here stunned. We talked about the adversity they were going to have to face for 30 minutes, only with 4 subs and against one of the greatest teams in the last 20 years, Hamilton Boys High. Wow, I don't even know what to say about that.
I'm lost for words.
Incredible victory from Westlake Boys. That just goes down as one of the best ever.
Ai, te mene ki runga i ngā upoko o ēnei tama no Westlake. What a great victory. 8-7 Westlake Boys. I'm sure the boys at the airport will be extremely ecstatic with that one. Congratulations, Westlake.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
When you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
This isn't about cameras. It's about getting a better shot, so you can get a better result. A great photo of your property is more important than a picture of our agent.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Still catching our breath there, Sean. What an epic result for Westlake Boys High. But just before we throw it to Pat for the Bunnings coach of the tournament, who this year is Mr. Prone, I just want to do a big shout out to our comms team here, to Eddie, Carol, Fraser Lockie, Tim, Helen, who hasn't been with us. Just what an awesome team to work with, Sean. And now we head off to Pat with the coach, the Bunnings coach of the tournament for 2023.
Alrighty, would you believe it, I'm back. This time to present our third and final special award at the 2023 National Touch Championships for our secondary schools. I've got here my friend Jamie from Kaurutanga College. Hello, my friend, how are you?
Hello, Pat.
Oh, look, we're just old friends and we're really excited to be reunited because I've got a very special prize for you, Jamie. Guess what? You are our Bunnings coach of the tournament. Hey. So you got a whole heap of nominations saying about how amazing you are, all the mahi you do over the years, but in particular for 2023, congratulations. Sean's going to come in with your prize now. There's a $500 Bunnings voucher. There's a whole heap of stuff in there from our sponsor, Silver Fern, Touch NZ. Well done. Enjoy that. But firstly, before we pan back to the boys, highlight of the tournament so far, my friend, other than hanging out with me and winning this.
I think it's got to be our Kaurutanga College team, our second year coming in nationals, and we reached a pretty mean highlight was top 16, which was a mean achievement for us. So back in better next year, and we're here next year, and we're going to be up there.
How good. Well done, Jamie. Well done, Kaurutanga College. Give a round of applause for Jamie, everybody. Oh, they're coming. Yes, they are. There they are, thank you.
The team that made me the coach.
Nice. Don't worry, you don't have to share any of that, but let's, we'll go back to Maya and Sean back in the studio. Congrats, Jamie, well done.
Thank
you. Tēnā koe Patariki. Tuatahi nei e tuku ana ngā mihi mai oha ki ngā tīma kua whakaihu waka te tīma o St. Andrews, Manukura, and just as we've seen there in one heck of a final, Westlake boys, nō reira e te iwi, ko uti mātou mahi i tēnei rā. Ki ngā kaiwhakahaere, ki ngā kaiwhakataitai, kia haumaru, tā koutou hoki ngā tū, ki o koutou kāinga, tēnā koutou ngā mā takitaki, katoa i tūhonu mai i tēnei rā, noho ora mai.